guys, and welcome back to another episode of Cooking Up Claire, my cooking show that will help you brush up in the kitchen, allow me to grow my cooking skills, and give us a community to learn from each other. Today, I am joined by the host and creator of the podcast, Watch, Chat, Repeat.
Hi, everyone.
This is Sara McMath.
Hi.
Tell us a little bit about your podcast.
So, Watch, Chat, Repeat is a podcast that's all about what we're watching, whether it's TV shows, movies, documentaries, TED Talks. We all talk about it anyway, so we turned it into a podcast.
Very nice, very nice. And this week, I'm super excited because I get to be on it, and we are talking about the Great British Baking Show.
Yep.
It makes a whole lot of sense considering what I like to do with my free time. So we thought, what better way to, get in the spirit than with scones. And even more than that, it is London Fog Scones,
Yep.
which basically is Earl Grey and vanilla in a really delicious pastry, and it sounds pretty dang British, so I'm pumped. So, on that note, I think we should go ahead and get started. This is going to be your best friend while we are making these today, because you are going to be doing a lot of blending, and it will hurt you a whole lot if you try to do it without.
Yep.
So, the first thing we're going to do is combine our dry ingredients.
Okay.
So, if I can get you to drop in the flour.
All at once?
All at once.
Okay.
There you go. And this is 2 3/4 cup flour. Very nice.
I nailed it.
Yes, you totally did. And then if you can drop in the sugar.
Okay.
And this is a 1/3 cup sugar. Just normal, good old sugar. And then we have some baking powder. This is a tablespoon.
Okay.
Very nice. And, yep. There you go. All of it.
Okay.
Now you're good.
Okay, wait. We don't want to skimp on it.
No, we want all of the growing agents that we have possible. And then the last thing we're going to drop in is this salt right here.
Okay.
And that is just a teaspoon of salt. And from here, we're going to have it go on its own. It's pretty easy. And then the next thing we're going to grab is it's actually just a little tea bag, like the normal one that you would steep with Earl Grey tea. And all you do is you cut it off and you stick it in here, and that's it. It's super easy. You don't have to measure anything or anything like that. So we're gonna let this go for a second, and what I'm gonna have you do next, sorry, I'm putting you to work.
That's why I'm here.
Yes, is I'm gonna have you cut up this butter just into little slabs. You can open it.
Does it matter how big the slabs are?
1/4 inch.
Okay.
Kind of like where the lines are normally.
Okay. All right. Great. This is pretty easy.
Yeah, super easy. I'm giving you all the easy work. This is doing the hard work. We don't have to do anything else.
I think. Yeah.
No, this is like one of those British things where the butter has to be super cold.
Okay.
I don't know if you've done very much like British baking or anything like that, but 99% of the stuff is like the butter has to be rock solid.
Well, I know for like puff pastry it does for sure.
Yes.
That's interesting. Do you know why it has to do that?
I think, well, the reason it's good to be cold is whenever you want like those like flaky layers, like with scones, the way it puffs up and it's kind of like flaky in the middle. It wants the butter to be so cold that it's still solid when it goes in the oven, and then when it melts, it leaves those gaps in there.
Got it.
So it's really like helpful to have it as cold as possible. It's the same thing with like pie dough, if you've ever made that.
Yeah.
Just really like anything that's like some sort of a pastry, you want the butter to be like basically frozen.
Yeah, I made buttermilk biscuits once, and it didn't go very well, but the butter had to be frozen, and that was harder than I thought it was going to be.
It's especially whenever it's like you have to cut it or like grate it or something, and you're like, this is
hard.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a block of cement. Like, this is not as easy as I thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
Yes. So basically, I'm just going to drop this in here, and the reason you wanted to cut it is just because it makes like this significantly happier. If you try to throw like the whole thing in at once, it's just never, ever, ever, ever going to break down.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes.
We want to keep our KitchenAid happy.
Exactly. So you get it. So now that we've got that guy in there, it's just going to go until it hits like kind of like a crumbly consistency.
Okay.
And we can go ahead and mix together our ingredients.
Oh, okay.
So in here, I'm going to have you drop in the milk.
Okay.
This is a 1/2 cup of milk. Okay, so you've got that. We've got some vanilla.
Okay.
And this is actually 3 teaspoons of vanilla. Typically, scones call for closer to like 1, maybe 2. But since this is like a London fog, I wanted to really commit to the vanilla situation.
Right, because that's a flavor component.
Exactly.
Yes.
See, you get it.
I get it.
I'm really impressed. Way to go.
Thank you.
And then we're going to drop in these 2 eggs.
Okay.
No
And I've
pressure.
learned that you're not not supposed to crack them on the side of the bowl.
Oh!
Because it can send shrapnel into the egg and break the yolk. So you want to do it on a flat surface.
Yes, I was literally going to tell you that, but you're way too ahead of me.
Great. Okay.
Did you like grow up cooking with your mom when she told you that, or?
No, I grew up kind of cooking with my grandmother, but I actually took a cooking class at Central Market.
Yes.
For those of you in Texas.
Yes.
And the chef that was teaching it taught us that.
Oh, that's a good trick.
Yeah.
I like that. Very nice. What do you cook in the cooking class?
Well, I've taken a couple. That's a great question. I feel like the most important one that we did with this was like a souffle class.
Oh, that's intense.
Yes.
I have not attempted one because I'm kind of terrified of them.
They're easier than you think, and they're harder than you think.
Okay. Easier in ways that you think will be hard and harder in ways that you think will be easy? Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense.
I kind of want to try it again.
Yeah,
Baby
for sure.
steps.
Yeah, for sure. This is a good start.
Yes.
Yes. If you want to give that a nice little whiz.
Sure.
Give it a little, little extra.
Now we're done.
Okay, perfect. So what we're going to do now, this is starting to look really crumbly and delicious. Scones are super easy. They are like not temperamental, so you can just dump it all at once, as opposed to like some things it's like, wait. And then this guy is going to incorporate it into a nice, it's kind of wet. It's not too crumbly or anything. It's like a good consistency dough. It's like the type of dough that you would like want to eat on its own, if you're into that.
I'm into it.
Okay, yeah. So I have maybe done that before. It's fine.
I mean, brownies, everybody does that.
Yes, it's very true. And while that's going, I'm going to move this out of the way and kind of get ready for our next step.
Okay, great.
Okay, and we're back. And we have the dough, which has actually been chilling in the fridge for about like 20 to 30 minutes. Again, this is that cold butter weirdness. It's like you've got to keep it literally as cold as you possibly can.
Okay.
So it is now cold again.
Great.
Very happy. And we're going to roll these out.
Okay.
So what we're going to do, you can use parchment paper, but I feel like that's like not, I don't know. I feel like we need to go like the next step above.
Okay.
So we're going to use some more butter.
Great.
And basically all we're going to do with this is take a stick of butter and you're just going to run it right across the surface.
That's a cool trick.
It is. So we actually have some flour right here, and what I'm going to get you to do is kind of sprinkle it over. Yeah, get up in there with your fingers. There you go. Very nice. Oh, wow.
I'm coming from up high, so it disperses more evenly.
Oh my gosh. Sarah, are you taking my job? Like, what's going on right now?
My husband would say that I'm making a mess, because typically when I do things up here, it goes everywhere.
Well, that's the point.
That's what I say.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, you need to tell him, like, no, I'm doing it the correct way. Go watch, like, some Food Kitchen, and you'll be good. Very nice. And then that's perfect. And then from here, we're just going to kind of, like, run it back and forth. I actually might get you to toss a little bit more on here. But basically, very nice.
That was an emerald moment.
I know, I was like, was that an ode? Like, very nice. And so what we're going to do is just toss on the dough, and what I kind of do is just kind of get it in like a little bit of a log situation before flattening it down. And so with this, we're just going to roll it out until it's maybe like a 1/2 inch thick. It'll rise a lot in the oven because we have all that baking powder in there. I'm going to grab a knife, and the way that I like to shape them is I just go straight down the middle, and then I kind of do like a diagonal type situation. I've seen people do it where they put it in a big circle and they cut it from there almost like a pizza.
Okay.
But that feels like a lot of extra effort that I don't want to do. So
let's keep it simple.
Thank you. Yes, I like how my assistant just came and handed that to me. So what I'm going to, do you want to do it? Do you feel confident? You do?
I don't know. I'm moderately confident.
Okay, that's exciting.
I'm gonna try it.
Okay, great. So if you want to go just straight down the middle, it's not going to slice as
there we go.
Yeah, there you go. Nailed it.
Is that? Oh, I don't think that's perfectly.
It's good enough, and that's what matters.
This would not win in a technical.
That's okay. I promise I won't be as rude as Paul Hollywood. Okay.
I'm gonna let you do the rest.
Okay, that sounds great. So from here, what I like to do is just kind of go in and give it a nice little cut there. A nice little cut here. These are gonna look really homemade. That way you can like brag to all your coworkers that you made them yourself.
Rustic, as they like to say.
Yes, you get it. And then what's coming up after this is we're going to take this milk wash that's over here. It's just the same whole milk, and you're just going to cover all of this, get it nice and wet, so that way all of this really good sugar is going to stick.
Okay.
So can I have you do that?
Sure. Is there a trick to it?
No, it's pretty simple. I like to use like a good little, food appropriate paintbrush situation.
Just like paint it on?
Yeah, just paint it on. Make sure you get it all up in there. Yeah, nooks and crannies. Nailed it.
Hold on. This one needs more.
There you go. It needs some extra attention. It's like I'm the weird shaped one, so give me extra attention, please.
It has more nooks and crannies.
Yeah, exactly. You know what? The nooks and crannies give it character. Mm-hmm. It'll grow up to be like a really cool person one day. Yes. It's fine.
All right, this has been milk washed.
I'm really impressed. You nailed it.
Thank you.
Very well done.
I will say, it's quite simple.
It is.
Anybody can do it.
It is. That's the thing I like about this recipe, because like it's scones. It sounds really fancy. It sounds super complicated, but like we are probably going to be done with it in maybe like 15, 30 minutes with the baking period. Like it's super, super duper easy. So
you can do it too.
Thank you, Sarah. On it. I didn't pay her to say that.
Nope.
Okay, so what we're going to do now is grab, this is some sugar. This is like pearl sugar. Okay. It's not quite as sweet, but it has more of like a crunch, which I think is more fun on the top.
Okay.
So if I can get you to liberal sprinkle.
Liberal sprinkle.
Yes, you don't want a scone that doesn't have enough sugar on it.
Right, and I'll let you fix it if I mess it up.
No, there's no such thing as messing it up. Again, it's just like an ugly duckling situation. It's totally fine.
It's rustic.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, you want people to know it's homemade. You're doing a very good job.
Thank you.
I like how you're also using the from above method again.
Yes.
Very nice.
Just gonna fix the patches.
This is very like equal. I think you're really nailing it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, this cooking show is all about positivity, and I'm loving it.
I'm so glad. Well, it's like, okay, so the whole reason I started it was because I was like, there's a lot of people that want to like cook for their friends, cook for a date that's coming over, like cook for like family, and like it sounds so intimidating if it's not something that you've been doing for a while.
Right.
And so I wanted to like find a way to be like, here's stuff that sounds really intense, sounds really fancy, but you can really easily do at home.
Your mussels episode, yes. I watched, and I was like, there's no way. I could never do this, but you made it seem very approachable.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm like blushing. It's fine. But yeah, I mean, this is super easy. It's going to taste really good. You're going to impress everyone, and I don't know, it's fun too to hang out with a friend and cook.
Yeah.
So basically all we're going to do now is just give these a little bit of separation, a little room to grow, a little room to breathe. They do not need to proof, which is a really good thing.
I love that.
Yes. If you're going to pause before baking it, you are going to want to stick it just in the fridge. Again, keep that butter nice and chilly. It's very temperamental. And then we're just going to pop these into a 425 degree oven.
Oh, that's very hot.
Yes, it's very hot, but it's a quick little bake. It's like, I think 18 to 20 minutes, depending on kind of like how hot your oven is and how crispy you like your scones.
Okay.
I've had really good luck right at 18, but I know that if your oven is not as hot as mine, you're going to want to give it just a little bit more time. But really, it should just have kind of like a nice little brown top. And then if you want it crispier, I don't know why you would, but you might. So do what makes you happy. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so on that note, we're just going to throw this in the oven, and that's it. We'll come back and eat them.
Great.
Awesome. All right, and we are back with the finished scones. As you can see, they made quite a few.
Yeah.
We're going to have scones for a while.
Yes, we will.
Impress all of our coworkers. And so, are you ready to try?
I'm very excited.
You very excited?
I've been waiting for this moment.
Okay, good. So, grab one that you feel inspired by. I think this guy is calling to me.
I like this one.
Okay. And then, I couldn't find any clotted cream, so I found the next best thing, which is blackberry preserves. I thought that made sense together.
Yeah,
so
I'm really excited.
If you would like some jam, you're welcome to it. You don't have to as well.
I'm going to try it with some jam.
Okay, that sounds
And
good.
without some jam.
Okay. Oh, that's nice.
You got to try it both ways.
A little variety pack. I like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Jam on one side, plain on the other side.
Very nice.
Here.
I feel like we should like cheers. Oh, like I feel like we should.
Cheers.
Cheers. I feel like we need to do it in a British way.
I know. I'm bad at British accents. It's so good.
It's really good. This was my first time trying it all together, so I'm really happy it turned out well.
So good.
I really like the rock sugar on the top.
It gives it like a little extra texture and crunch. It's crispy on the outside. It's very like soft and kind of crumbly like you would expect on the inside.
Oh.
Great flavors.
Oh.
I'm into it.
Dang, you're gonna take over my job. That's fine.
I'm gonna try a non-jam bite now.
This is gonna be like 5 minutes of just eating scones at this point. Sorry.
This is so good.
Yay!
It's making me like, you know, typically when I have scones, they're from Starbucks. It's giving me like better than Starbucks vibes. It's making me like think about my drive-through coffee order.
Very nice. Maybe we'll have to stop by after. Get a nice little taste. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for being on our show. Where can everyone find your podcast?
So you can find Watch, Chat, Repeat podcast on all the major podcast players, so whatever you listen on. And you can also email at watchchatrepeat@gmail.com if you want to let me know what you're watching. Or you can find me on social media at Watch, Chat, Repeat.
Well, on that note, I'm really glad you like it. I hope that you like it too. I hope that you give it a try. And if you do, don't forget to tag me on social media at Cooking Up Claire, Facebook, Instagram. And also, if you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, recipes you want me to try, anything like that, leave a note in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can see all of my upcoming videos. And on that note, we'll see you next time. Bye.